10 minutes to feeling better. Follow along with me. This is a 10-minute Feel Better stretch class, and the goal, of course, is to be strong, stretched, and sane. We will be working with a timer, and the timer for today will be on for 45 seconds. And what I love about working with a timer when it comes to stretching is that a lot of times we dabble in our stretching. Like we just kind of do it here and we do it there, and we never really spend the time in a structured stretching routine. And that's what this short practice is all about. We'll be working for about 45 seconds at each stretch, and we'll move from one movement to the other. I cannot wait for you to see how good this class feels. Let's get started. This practice is going to move pretty quickly. And again, we're changing movements every 45 seconds. Make this your own. Take a break whenever you need to. The timer is on. The hands are underneath the shoulders. The toes are tucked under. We're going to round the back, drop the scalp, and go into a nice cat-cow. So usually, we know how to do this, right? But we do it like once or twice and we call it a day, and then we wonder why we feel so tight in our bodies. When we stay with something long enough for it to work, in this case 45 seconds, it actually starts to make a difference. Combine that with doing these routines a couple of times a week, and you get strong, stretched, and sane. We're going to get one more time of these cat-cows, and then we're going to slowly come back. That was 45 seconds. Now we're going to tuck the toes under. We're going to come up into a down dog. We're going to push our hands forward, and we're going to start to pedal the feet. And again, this is one of those movements a lot of us have done before, but have we done it for 45 seconds? Doing it for 45 seconds allows us to repeat it enough for it to work, and to also refine the stretch that we're doing. Start to really push your inner heel into the mat, and if you can't get your heel down, no worries. Just keep alternating one side at a time. Allow your hips to shift, allow your body to move, allow your breath to flow. We're here for about one more each way. That was 45 seconds. Slowly come down. You're still on all fours. You're going to take your right arm up. You're going to look towards the sky. You're going to flex your hand, and you're going to open up the chest. You're going to allow your hips to be asymmetrical. Then you're going to take that right hand, and you're going to lace it through. And there's no rush at all. We're going to probably do this about 2 more times for the 45 seconds. You're going to take your arm up. You're going to flex it back. And then you're going to lace it through. And what I love, again, about repeating something is that you get to see how your body changes and responds when you do things more than once. So that was a laced hand shoulder stretch. We're coming up, other side. So your left hand comes up, and you take a second here. There's no rush. You flex your hand, you push it back, you open up your chest. Allow your left hip to be higher than your right. And then you're going to lace it through. Right? It's supposed to feel good. And if it doesn't feel good, you've gone too far today. And then you're going to come back up. And again, allow everything to be loosey-goosey, right? It's about getting to know how your body moves and moving with what you got going on today. Flex that hand back. Open up the chest. Let that left hip get higher than the right. And then you're going to slowly come down. This is our last one. Left shoulder on your mat. And then you're going to come back up. We're back into our downward facing dog. So we're going to come up, but now we're going to get our heels up, and we're going to move our heels 5 degrees to the left. You're going to allow your right hip to come up. So we've dialed our feet, and we're shifting towards the left. So what happens a lot in this position is that people start to feel it a lot in their shoulders. So to counter that, push your hands into the mat or the floor, whatever you're lying on, whatever you're kneeling on, and then push the floor away from you. So activate your arms, elevate your right hip, spin your heels to the left. That was so good. We're coming to the center. So now we're going to dial our heels 5 degrees to the right, and your left hip is going to come up. You're going to push your hands into the floor beneath you and stretch the floor away from you. If you feel like you're just kind of hanging out in your shoulders, please come down, take a break, join me when you're ready. Drop your head, elevate left hip, drop right hip. Stretch arms forward, pull hips back. Take a moment, and it's okay if it feels different and if you're in unexplored territory, right? Giving our body a puzzle so we can get stronger and more stretched. And then we're going to slowly come down to all fours. We're going to take the left foot forward and have the right foot back. And our hands are going to be on our left thigh. And we're just going to go forward and back. Now, if you feel like this is too much for you, you get your hand on a chair, right? Or you do half as much. Remember, nothing is binary. It's not like I'm never going to do something or I'm always going to do something. You take it one day at a time, and you come back to this practice, and you repeat this practice, and you'll find yourself getting more flexible and more able to do these movements. Let's get a few more times. And again, you're pushing your hands into that left thigh, stretching the hips. Let's get one more time. That's 45 seconds. And then we're going to slowly come back. Let's get the other side. You take your right foot forward, and your hands land on your right thigh. And you easily go forward and back. And if it's not easy, you do it less, right? And if it's way too much, we have modifications for this one, but see if you can stay with something like this to get some movement, some blood flow in your hips and legs. Keep pushing your hands into your thigh. See if you can lift your chest up. And if you're not used to doing something for 45 seconds, give yourself a break. Do it for 30. Take a break and then join it when you're ready. We have one more time. Hold it. Push right heel into floor. Push hands into thigh and bring yourself back. So now we're going to sit back and our hands are behind us, slightly turned out. And we're going to start to rotate our feet in what is often called the 90-90 position. Now, if this is way too much for you to do, you can do this lying down. And the thing with this one is to have it be like a dress rehearsal. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? It's called a practice, not a performance. If you need to, come onto your elbows. If you need to do something a little bit different, that's also fine. We have tons of modifications on our channel. But see if you can keep alternating and just stay with this long enough for it to work. Allow yourself to lean back, and then we're coming and we're sitting in any kind of seated position to set up for our last series of exercises. Take your hands to your knees, find a back bend, and then we're going to go into cat and cow, kind of like we did when we started. But now we're using our strength, the strength of our arms, to find our length. As you do this, really round your back and then lift your chest and feel how the blood flow is helping you feel better. And we often wonder, why do we feel so good after a 10-minute stretch like this? It's because our brain, instead of like worrying about what's happening next, was actually in our body. That was 45 seconds. We're going to come back into that 90-90 position, and we're going to allow our legs to fall to our left. And you're trying to have both legs in a 90-degree angle, but if this is way too much, you can sit on a pillow or yoga block. You're going to have your hands frame your front leg, and then we're going to come down and up. Now, if this is way too much for you to do, you can put your hands on yoga blocks, because remember, if going through pain worked, we would have done it years ago, right? We want to be able to be in our body, right, without worrying about our body. Think about that. We want to be in our body without worrying about our body. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the other side. So we're trying to get our legs in a 90-90 position. And if you need to, you lean back. But if you can, your hands frame your front leg and you're coming down and up. And each time you do this, think about your chest moving past your shin. Right? Lifting your chest, finding a bit of a back bend in this movement. And if you can, you really push down the front shin, but allow it to be kind of exploratory. It doesn't need to be perfect, right? It just needs to be a practice. Let's get about 2 more times. Let's get about 1 more time, and then slowly, slowly bring yourself up and lie down on your back. As soon as you lie down on your back, have your arms out to the side and let the legs do what we did a few exercises ago, which is shift side to side. But now we're lying down. Give yourself the luxury of paying attention to your own body, to what's going on right now. As you do this, allow your hips to wiggle. Yep, that's a technical term, wiggle side to side. And again, give yourself the gift of staying with the movement, a stretch, long enough for it to work. And that's how we stay strong, stretched, and sane. Extend your right leg up, lace your hands around your thigh, and then pull the leg in. We're going to flex and point our toes. Now, no rush for this. The timer is on. And as you do this, notice that by moving your foot, you feel it in the back of the legs. Because everything, when it comes to your body, is connected to everything else. Your breath is connected to your body. Your state of mind, right, gets reflected in how you're holding yourself, which is why it's so important to do these 10-minute practices each day. Let's get one more time. Oh, so good. Last set. Hands around the opposite leg. Gently pull it in. And then simply flex and point without any rush, right? Without any judgment. What we're looking for in these practices together is to be researchers, not judges. To explore how it feels to move through a 10-minute practice to see how it affects our brain, our breath, and our body. Let's get a few more times. Flexing and pointing the foot. Noticing how the movement of the foot changes the feeling in the back of the legs. Let's get one more time. So good. Bring that down. Roll yourself over to the side and bring yourself up. That was our practice. Take this practice, take this feeling of feeling strong, stretched, and sane into your day. Reach out with your questions. I'll see you next class.